Hello and welcome back to Downtime Activities. Welcome back to our Star Wars RPG game. When last we left, you all... oh gosh, this staring off in the distance is making me uncomfortable. What's going on in that wall? Anyway, you guys had just landed on a world where you went to a casino and kind of did some negotiating, did some gambling, did some dancing, did some child herding, and did some negotiating with a
herding
former...
with a D. Not hurting with a T.
That's once he gets his stun whip back. The other two of you went and spoke with a previous associate, formerly known as Fiona Jetton, now known as Biala Kasik, who you...
And who knows what her name will be the third time I run it.
Currently working for the Crimson Dawn, but it seems like that's all just a long con for this setup that she has now made a deal with you to participate in. She's asked you in a week's time to help set up more or less an ambush to murder a bunch of pirates so that she can steal what she told them to go steal from them and then abandon her post to be assumed dead by those who have hired her. Well, with that, you're on world, you have a week.
Let's.
You're in the casino at the moment.
Yeah.
She said she'd coordinate a place you guys to stay on world for a week if you'd like.
I'm going to chat up my new friends since I made some social connections.
Okay.
Where's a good gun shop?
It'll be like gambling kid and a shooting kid. I like this kid. The guns. If you're wanting to get guns, and he'll tell you where in town. He'll give you like a directions to the nearest blaster store.
You thought my last blaster was cool. This blaster's be way
They're going to direct you to...
I know nothing about your last blaster. You thought your last blaster was cool.
It's because I stole it off a
guy. I suppose we'll collect our wayward charges.
They'll direct you to Blaslo Faret's Blaster Emporium.
If my name was Blaslo, I'd probably open a gun store too. Blaslo's Blasters.
His name's Bounton, the accountant. Sounds very similar to accountant. That's maybe why he became an accountant.
It's like Harpentry. Watch Devils of the West live now on this channel.
True.
We'll collect our nerf herder and our wayward charges.
Okay.
Yeah.
And head back to the ship, I suppose, so we can fill everybody in on the plan.
All right. You guys arrive back at the ship. It's taken a small enough amount of time that you can see a very invested Scooz explaining a strategy to Zadra, who seems to be like sitting there like Zadra maybe is about to come unhinged, but Scooz sems to have been entertained the whole time and not caused any trouble.
I know Zadra. He's not a man of much planning and tactic. He's a man of action.
And he seems very close to action at the moment. And he lights up as you guys come in.
All right. Assembled group. My contact here, for a little bit of backstory, I first ran into her under a different name as an extremely accomplished thief, primarily industrial secrets, one of which I actually still have, which I plan to build and install on my hammerhead, should I ever get it. Somebody put out a big price on her head because of the thing she had stole. I didn't really see any good reason to kill her. So I recovered the industrial secrets that they were after, cleared out her security force, and she changed her name, and I thought picked up a new career. Turns out she's back to her, not back to her old tricks, always involved in the same tricks.
Right, never stopped doing
tricks. Never stopped, literally never changed. Not for a second, probably didn't even consider it. So she's she's essentially already robbed her employers and just needs us to
deal with some ruffians.
Clean up the pieces.
Yeah.
Take out a pirate crew so she can steal what they stole. And in return, she'll give us everything that she knows about Chiss Space and the Redoubt. We have a week of downtime before we need to go. I didn't think anybody here would have any issues with killing pirates.
frickin' pirates.
Like on the Jedi scale of like good to like able to kill.
I just understand some people might have raised some complaints during the Carbon Crucible job when I shot a couple of people.
I think on the Jedi scale, pirates are open season.
There you go.
I don't know.
Yeah. This is not a blatant cover. Like this is Zadra. This is this man is sitting for like just a.
Just say
This
this
is
is a
a-
reason.
This is an out of character thing, but I like when we were talking about this job, I thought she was gonna want us to be the pirates.
That's what I
and
thought too.
And then like destroy the ship in the process. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, Scooz did bring those explosives, so I was already I was already making a plan.
I don't know what Scooz bro.
I mean, I assumed that as well. I had no problem with it.
It's either going to be he found some like firecrackers or he found a tactical nuke. Like there's no in between.
He's got one of the like supposed Russian suitcase nukes that went missing in the 70s or whatever. Yeah, like he's...
Where did they go? A galaxy far, far away. That's where they went missing to.
Scooz has one covered in Cyrillic writing. We're like, I can't read any of this writing, but
It's ticking. I assume it explodes.
it's been ticking since 1978.
Okay.
So we've got a week of downtime before we have to.
They're good. They're also gonna give us lodging for the week.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a good. Yeah, I'm sure I mentioned that as well.
Nice.
So we don't all need to share bunks or jam into the
we
ship.
don't have
feel
to.
like
We don't have to listen to Vibro Country for the entire week.
that's the more important thing. So if you have any business you want to do in town, spend this week doing it and try not to draw too much attention to yourselves.
Make it the sickest heavy blaster pistol you've ever seen in your life. It might not have any like statistical mods, but all of its hard points are going to be filled.
Are you like going on your? What are you saying? So I guess the week of downtime. What are people doing?
I need a new gun.
So you're gonna go
That
to the gun store.
bastard sliced my other one in half.
Are you telling people you're going to go do that? Like you're telling the group, like I'm gonna go to the weapons store to buy a gun.
Hang on. Let me roll for punk ass kid and see if he just like goes out on the town.
100% punk ass kid.
He's not always a punk ass kid. Sometimes he is a responsible Jedi.
No.
That is not one of those times. This is like, yeah, I'm just gonna go pick up some
Oh, 92, yeah.
some stuff for the mission and like saunter my way out. Like this will be like the next morning. If anybody even like sees me leave to begin with, like when he gets up at like noon and like wakes up and eats breakfast and like which is obviously just like a can of like cheese. Like you see him like get up and if he'll just
Is it
like
the spray can of cheese?
Then you start heading
Can I
out,
roll?
trying to head out on the town.
Can I roll to see if he leaves?
No.
If what?
If you see if you
I'm not
notice
trying to be
anything.
stealthy. You can just roll. Yeah.
You don't have to roll anything to see him leave.
Oh, well, he said
know
if anybody
Yeah.
notices.
Right, that's what I mean. If anybody gives even like a modicum of a shit, they'll see me like walking towards the door.
Scooz is gonna stop you.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna be like, "You going into town?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, I'm coming with."
Okay. And I'm gonna go with Scooz.
The three of you are gonna go shopping.
I'd like to.
I'm
Oh, go ahead.
Nah, never mind.
Okay. I'd like to find potentially just a shipyard or junkyard, or maybe just like essentially a used parts store.
Okay.
I'd like to pick up some stuff for Nate because I'm willing to spend some of my own credits on that poor droid because he's so positive.
You got such a big heart for droids and such little.
Hey, that
You're the
droid.
opposite of the Mandalorian.
That droid tries his best.
Yeah, and I would like you to give him a chance of succeeding. And since I've like actually dug around and know some of the parts he needs, I'd like to like.
Go ahead and
Actually
give me
pick up some
a
stuff.
average perception check to see if you can track something down in the junkyard to be useful for it. Track something. Are you doing anything, Flopsy / Jerry? Are you guys going to spend this time doing anything as well?
Well, I don't have credits to spend because I gave it all to the Scooz.
3 success, 1
bought
threat.
drugs off of Scooz with all of your money. That's what you did.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No context needed.
Yeah, it was for interrogation purposes. I guess I'll just go with Riden to get the parts.
Okay, help him track parts down. Is Flopsy doing anything during this time?
I'm doing something very important.
What are you doing?
I am having both of my really fancy rocks go on a date.
Okay. Using the forest to make your 2 fancy rocks kiss, that kind of stuff.
It's a good thing we left when we did.
It's not just a space scorpion.
put on
It's
the
a space
music.
scorpion with
I,
all the
like,
knowledge of the force.
Put on the cowboy music.
Did you put on more of the Vibro Country?
Yeah.
Right on. Zadra leaves. He doesn't say where he's going. He just leaves.
I don't pay attention.
Yeah, you've got a busy day.
Actually,
Yeah,
can
I'm having
I
a
change
tea
what I
party.
do? Can I go just walking around with Zadra?
Sure. It seems like he's literally just going for a walk.
No,
If you ask him about it all, he's like, I just can't listen to that much longer and wanted to get a little air.
fair enough. I'll join you on this walk.
Sounds good. So you guys go for your walk. What was your perception check?
3 success, 1 threat.
3 success, 1 threat.
Which I interpret as like I find something that is absolutely a hardcore upgrade to Nate, but it's not something you should be installing in an astromech droid.
Especially in that
Like,
astromech droid.
I don't know like necessarily what that is, but like whatever like
It's like a supercomputer brain.
or it's like whatever it is like it's like this is absolutely like going to help fix some of Nate's problems. But this is not something you should be bolting into an astromech. But Riden is just like, oh, this is perfect.
For the sake of this, you said 3 success.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You find some, basically what is the kind of remaining carapace of a Republic-era battle droid, similar to B2, but it's one of their, like, tactical command droids. If you've ever seen one of those.
Stealth commandos?
Not the stealth commandos. Yeah. They're like tactical, like they're tactics spots.
like the officer, like
you find it's
like
basically the core and most of the head of one of those tucked into it, and you find its processing unit. It seems like it's not its like its processing unit and its protocol unit are more or less intertwined. So there may be some old protocols and stuff as well inside of this, but it is a very high-end tactical processing unit.
I will shoot Nate.
Hey, it seems like the rebels could make good use out of like a high tier tactical processing unit like this. So that sounds perfect for our little droid buddy.
I think so too.
I think that'd be great.
As for the
For
3
their
amigos, off to who knows what.
Fine guns.
Toba, Scooz, and Manus. I get Manus is wanting to go buy guns. Do you say that to them, or are you just walking and letting them follow you?
I don't know you guys an explanation unless you ask for it.
Do I need to pay for that or?
No, you can find it in a scrapyard.
Oh, cool.
Like there's a lot of manufacturing stuff here. You just find kind of the diamond in the rough and a big pile of junk.
I'm a junkyard dog. I know what to look for.
I thought that's what you were gonna run into was a junkyard dog.
What's the threat? I run into myself.
You're hired.
Welcome to the crew. So you guys go. I assume you are going to.
He was asking where I was going, and so I'll say, my last gun got blown up in a fight. I need a replacement. Yep.
Oh, sweet. I was needing to get some stuff too from a gun store.
Okay. Seems legit.
Seems legit. Oh no.
So you guys go in there, and you guys arrive outside of Blaslow Ferret's Blaster Emporium, and moving in, it is like I think like a dollar store, like rows of shelves, but not like the size of like a full grocery store. That's just loaded with random shit. It's more pawn shop of weapon than it is like high end nice weapon store. But there seems like at least one of just about everything.
Alright.
You may not be able to get a matching set.
Exactly.
But
Buys a mini blaster.
I did once do by the encumbrance rules, which we're not really using because they're kind of clunky. I did calculations once for a character, the equipment list they would need in order to successfully freehand an E-Web turret. Which
it can be done.
It can be done.
It can be done. Scooz, he just immediately wanders into one of the shelf halls and starts moving around.
Can I make a perception to see if I find a cool looking heavy blaster pistol?
Go ahead and give me a hard perception to dig through.
Perception is cunning. I don't have any ranks in it, so it's just one of those.
You want to
Nice.
flip?
Nope.
No? Okay.
2 success, 1 threat.
All right.
He finds it, but the one he's going for, another person's going for.
Who knows what the threat is?
I know what the threat is.
He knows what the threat is. He knows.
You are able to find a holdout blaster, for sure. Easy enough to find one of those. You will also find... Take a look here.
Reading Rainbow.
You were able to find, kind of tucked on a back shelf, a pretty nice looking heavy blaster pistol. And it looks like it's a pretty high end one, if a little kind of junky and put together. But it seems like a pretty powerful looking one, pretty gnarly looking thing.
Nice.
It seems like it's more of a kind of, not exactly a slug thrower, but it's more of molten slag. It's kind of designed to shoot instead of regular blaster bolts. It seems pretty potent. You want something like that?
That seems pretty
Somebody's
rad.
home project that's probably illegal as hell.
Nice.
But pretty decent. So for the sake of this, it will be the stats of a BR-219. But for you to know, it's a ranged light weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Its damage is 8.
Okay, so damage of 8.
It costs 625 credits is what he's going to charge you for it. But damage is 8, crit is 3, the range is short.
Okay.
Encumbrance is 2, hard points 2,
Alright.
and it has the stun setting as well as vicious 2.
Ooh, vicious 2. Nice.
You just pretty much managed to match, if not beat, my heavily customized hand cannon in that fun.
However, rolling 2 disadvantages may cause the weapon to receive damage, and a critical fail may cause the weapon to melt down and explode in your hand.
Nice.
It seems like it's a high power thing, but it's this way that it hard boils molten slag and slings it has a chance of failure.
Fair enough. When will that ever happen? Never.
Immediately
So
rolls
that's
3 failures or
625.
3 disadvantages.
First roll is to despair.
Holdout blaster looks like is military holdout blaster. Where's a regular holdout blaster? Do they have a regular holdout? There it is. Okay, it's only 200.
Okay.
So 625 for that. 200 for the holdout blaster. Are you buying anything else?
I think that ought to do it. I don't have any other reason to really mess with anything.
He says it'll be 1,250 credits.
Okay. I think he's ripping me off, but it is what it is. Wait, so you said 625 plus 200? Yeah, that's not right.
He tells you that he charges you 1,250 credits. Are you saying anything?
I'm gonna say
Because these all have price tags on them.
right. I'm gonna point at one and point at the other, and then look at him. Are you fucking stupid?
He's 1,250 credits. Blaster, and the 2 micro rockets for your friend over there. He said you were good for it. And you see down at the end, Scooz, like, standing there.
Alright, Scooz, but you owe me a favor.
Oh no!
I reckon Scooz has money.
Scooz does have money. What the fuck?
I know for a fact.
I know for a fact he
I
has
know,
money
but
too.
now he owes me a favor.
Ah, okay, good.
Yeah,
which
but
he's gonna pay up on here in a
And you
minute.
see him, like, take out this little, like, handgun-looking thing and load a little rocket into it and then just tuck it into the waistband of his pants.
It's to stop it from blowing your bollocks off every time you sit down.
Did you say 1250?
1,250. You rolled a threat.
I'm not here to argue. Scooz owes me a favor, and I'm gonna go cash in right now.
Okay.
Right now.
We're gonna find a music store, like something that sells like the equivalent of like MP3 players, like
Okay.
a musical disc.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna buy him an MP3 player and a bunch of fucking vibro country. Like,
You're buying him a Walkman.
I'm buying
a Vibro
And I
Walkman.
say, no more over the radio. You can listen to all the vibro country you want, but you gotta.
Alright, but you gotta give me all the greatest hits.
I'll get all the greatest hits.
Okay. For all the greatest Vibro country hits you can find here and a Vibro Walkman, it'll be 150 credits.
Okay.
Menace is a true Jedi and just single-handedly saved this entire expedition.
You're fucking welcome.
I'm just 100% picturing a Walkman with, like, normal over-ear headphones.
Yeah,
Scooz
exactly.
is now just walking around wearing, just kind of bobbing around with
Exactly. You're fucking welcome.
a fucking rocket launcher pistol stuck in his waistband.
See what the funny part is 3 of them actually counting Scooz liked it, where the rest of us were like, God, kill it. Or Force, take me now.
Force, take me now. Are you getting anything inside this weapon shop?
I go up to the front and I put my bowcaster on the counter and that's Paul's bowcaster. Make it any better?
Looks like you already upgraded this thing. I can see what I can do.
He just takes a second bowcaster and duct tapes it.
2 for 1 special.
Wires the triggers together.
Yeah.
It'll knock you on your ass every time you pull the trigger, but it'll do a lot worse to whoever gets hit.
Yeah, see, but what happened to Tobaku is he would, because he doesn't have legs, he would just shoot and just slide.
every time he fires, he coils up like a cobra.
Which are the
Or even better, it just knocks him flat.
You have the automatic recocker and the accelerator enhancement on it already, right?
Yes.
And they were able to successfully do that one, but not this. He's going to try and mod it for you if you're wanting him to do that. He is going to charge you. Well, I guess he's going to charge you whether he's successful or not. I'm going to try. I can try and augment this spin barrel on here, this accelerator. It'll make it punch a little harder if I'm successful, but these things are notoriously finicky. I'm no Wookiee.
Yep.
He's going to charge you 400 credits. So you will try and
Nice.
try both these mod options. Do you have any bonus damage to it right now? I know it has Pierce 1. He's going to try and do the second rank of that for you.
I have Pierce 1. This is knockdown, but that's not the same, is it?
That's already part of the bowcaster.
Where's it?
How much damage does it deal right now?
11.
So it does have a +1 damage on it. So he'll try and do the second rank of damage and the second rank of Pierce for you, which would be all of the mods on this thing.
Nice.
2
Fuck it, deadly.
success, 1 triumph, and 1 success. So yours now will do 12 damage, Pierce 2. He is able to successfully
God
apply
damn.
both of these.
Give this
to
guy a fucking medal.
He's a
He's
fucking
able to-
beauty.
Fucking beauty.
I should
Fucking
have
beautician over here.
had that guy try a damage increase on
On your augmented spin barrel.
my heavy blaster rifle before I just screwed it up.
Yeah. Pretty freaking potent bowcaster you got there, Bo.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Turns out, old Blaslow. He
He's
knows his way
he
around
knows
the
his stuff.
bowcaster.
Listen, It's all fun and games until like now. Every time we're down here, we're just like, "Where's Blaslow?"
I made a note of it. I know you're coming back at some point. I'm sure of it.
Put a little star next to it.
Anything else you guys want to do at Blaslow's or in town?
I think I checked my stuff off.
Okay.
Oh, my holdout. I need to write down my holdout.
I'm upgrading Nate.
Okay.
Well, Nate's not with us.
Maybe
Well, yeah,
go
but
back
when
to
I
the
get
ship.
Yeah.
Nate's no longer there.
yeah, when I get back
He's
When
a
we get back to
great
Dan.
robot
Wait, is-
guy.
no, he's on the ship.
I thought their droid was on the ship.
I don't know if we explicitly said, would you guys have wanted to bring Nate with you? Or leave him behind?
I guess since Will already went through the trouble of getting the parts, he is there. Right?
Okay.
I just
For a second, we'll say
I just assumed
Not a
he was
big
there.
R3 does not let him help astrogate. R3 demands to be the one to astrogate for you while on board the ship.
Of course he is, because he's a little asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will warn at least these two that what this is like a Confederacy of Systems manufactured like tactics droid, like processor and protocol unit. Might be able to wipe the protocol unit and leave the processor intact. I don't have the computer's knowledge to do that.
Can I try?
But it's going to be a significant upgrade to Nate, and it's going to help at least fix some of the problems with him.
I want a hard mechanics check and a hard computers check for putting this in and trying to reprocess some or reprogram some of
You have
it.
computers?
Yeah.
Nice.
You'd be surprised at a lot of the skills I have.
Ooh.
Most of you guys are particularly slated for one thing or the
Nice.
other. I feel like Badger, more than anyone else, is like a very well-rounded
Yeah.
character.
It's just a failure.
I do
Just
a
one thing,
couple
okay.
of things very well, and apparently one of them at the moment is mechanics. 3 success, 1 triumph.
Nice. You flawlessly are able to install this, but you are not able to reprogram the protocols inside of it. As you kind of hook, he has to kind of power down, and you like hook everything, reattach, and then like it kind of fires up, and the head spins around really quick a couple of times, and then like realigns.
How you feeling, buddy?
Feeling satisfactory.
Well, now we can understand him.
Cool.
Processing different.
Well, you got a new processor here.
Yeah, I mean, you're
buddy.
kind of technically a tactics command droid now, so...
Yeah.
he's just like
I'm role playing.
Yeah, he's just like processing all of his new information.
Yeah, good for Nate. Good for Nate. Happy for him.
Statistically, this has given him the ability to speak in non-binary, as well as given him multiple ranks in skills and changes to statistics that you don't know about. He is still the unit he is, so the processor is much stronger, but the unit around it is the same.
He has 8 ranks in light guns, but he has no arms to shoot.
It's more of a like he probably has a lot of ranks of like knowledge warfare and stuff like that, and could like tactically could be very useful and helpful, but he could still
He could still fry
overwork himself and
right.
fry himself very easily. Statistically, that's something
Hilarious.
to consider.
That is hilarious.
But he's an R3 that now just talks.
He has
Or not
read
five,
he has
excuse me.
read everything by Sun Tzu, Hannibal,
Oh, yeah.
Caesar,
All of them.
He is.
Napoleon,
He is ready.
Patton.
You know, Napoleon, Caesar, Sun Tzu,
Moron.
morons.
Morons.
Never go against a tactics droid when death is on the line. And then he just starts spitting up
Are you guys doing anything else over this week's time? I assume that
Well,
that's at least one day's work.
I'm gonna go through Scooz' backpack and nab some credits so I can get some supplies.
While Scooz is out, you go and dig through his backpack. Okay.
Yes.
Give me a daunting perception check as you open the bag of everything Scooz owns, but loosely drops into the opening of his bag with no rhyme or reason.
Oh god, no. I can't find anything. Two failures in the thread.
You find a total of 3 credits. You know he has hundreds in there.
Yeah.
One thing you do also find is a proton torpedo in his backpack.
It's like just the word.
Just the warhead sitting in his backpack loosely.
I'm gonna pull it out. Of course he brought this with him and just put it back.
Those would be. Yeah, that would be useful.
Yeah.
Man, wait till the X-Wing pilot tries to shoot this.
That's Luke goes to blow up the Death Star.
It's a fucking dud.
Alright, well.
And that, children, is why you have pre-flight weapons checks.
I'm also probably on my walk with I keep fooling you. I want to call him a Zabak.
Zabrak.
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 Just have a conversation with
Zadra.
Zadra.
That's why I have it written down.
That'd probably be smart. Just kind of on the walk, I just mentioned to him, I now know who you are. Just want that to be known.
He's gonna fucking kill
You're like, and who is it you think I am?
Well, you were the the former Jedi Master who always supplied us with our intelligence before missions.
And, well, I'm,
Things have
What's
changed,
the word?
obviously.
I am, I appreciate the compliment, but I was no Jedi Master and still am not. I wasn't being dishonest to you before. I was a part of a group, organization, and I did some of the more underhanded parts of it. And my time in the war was spent very similar to yours, I think. Gathering intel behind enemy lines. Whatever means necessary.
Yeah.
He says I'm a fucking dark Jedi. Get out of my face, Sandra.
Hey, you didn't hear any of this.
You weren't a part of this.
I know. I'm just gonna be like, I just kind of nod and be like, this will stay between us. But this way, this is out in the open.
No, and he'll say, I would appreciate it if what little bit of a role model I'm left able to be, you help me maintain.
I'm no role model myself.
Those two kids in there they're the future of something very big. And I'm doing my best to not mess that up.
I'm doing my part.
I just kind of look at you and be like, really? The one who's having their rocks kiss is part of something big.
Did you know she's 7 years old, I believe? These are children. They're capable, but they're children.
You see in the distance. You see in the distance, Manus like spinning this like fucking janked out heavy passer vessel like.
You're like, hey, quick drop, hold out blaster. And Scooz just standing next to us. Here comes in.
I just kind of look over, see all this. Well, whatever you're gonna do, you're gonna do.
The work's cut out for me. But
yeah, mine too.
both of them, whether they realize it or not, are good people. And the galaxy, I think they're gonna have a big mark on it.
A scorch mark.
Did you say that?
a big splatter mark.
Flopsy can never die, because as soon as Flopsy dies, Manus becomes a Sith Lord.
It's
true.
true.
It's true. That's a good point. I would like to probably pick up like another 5 stim packs.
Okay.
That's really what I was trying to steal from Scooz for is to get some stim packs.
And I wouldn't mind tracking down some explosives because they tend to just come in handy. I don't know if there's a place to like.
You gotta worry about that.
Well, I wouldn't mind explosives in the hands.
You do kind of
gotta worry about that. Are stim packs 25 apiece?
Yeah, 25.
Okay.
So can I call
5
over to
of those
Scooz?
would be-
Will he even hear me through his
He
microphone?
does not. You have to walk over to him.
I walk up, kind of wave him down. Hey. Okay.
What do you need?
Well, I need you to go through your damn backpack, find some credits so we can get some supplies.
Roll me a hard persuasion.
You mean negotiation?
Negotiation.
Would there be any place to legally get demo charges? Or like debt packs or something? Like triggered explosives, not necessarily hand grenades. We'll just loot those off of stormtroopers.
Legally is a funny word for it. You could certainly go to Blaslow's and buy probably explosives like that with questionable legality.
Well, as long if he's not going to ask for a permit at the counter, then I might just go to Blaslow's.
He's not going to ask for anything at the counter, probably.
That roll was a 4 success and 3 threats.
4 success, 3 threat. He'll like he'll look you up and down a second and be like,
Good point. We should get ready for the big mission.
he picks the backpack up and puts it on.
And he says, where we going to buy stuff?
You know what? I'll take it. Because how many creds does he... He has an amount of creds. I don't remember how much he has.
You paid him a portion of your guys' like earnings from your first mission.
I think he has like...
And then you also bought a shitload of drugs off of him. So he's got at least a couple hundred credits in there, depending on how he's spent those since then.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, luckily for me, he didn't pay for his missiles, so so I'll just drag him with me and we'll figure that out from there.
Going to Blaslow's, you'll be able to... You can find like a planted explosive charge if you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, and like, yeah, planted explosives, honestly, like, everybody wants a thermal detonator, but...
No one's getting them.
You want to know if he's got a thermal detonator?
Are
you asking him about?
I wouldn't mind.
Give me a hard negotiation.
Hard negotiation. I can't just threaten the man.
That's probably not a good idea in the middle of his gun store.
Yeah, Scooz,
Not the home field advantage.
3 failures, 1 threat.
3 failures, 1 threat.
Get the fuck out of my store.
He's like, thermal detonators, no, I don't sell that illegal shit. But if you want an anti-vehicle mine, I've got a couple of those. But you didn't buy them from me.
Of course not.
They're illegal as shit.
What happened to I don't sell any of that illegal shit?
Does he have any, like, manually triggered explosives as well? Look,
Yeah.
if you have any manually triggered explosives, an anti-vehicle mine is just now a really big remote brick of C4 on top of an anti-vehicle
I
mine.
could get you a triggered anti-personnel mine as well.
Take it.
Mm-hmm. 850 for the anti-personnel mine. Are you wanting the anti-vehicle mine?
You said you had a couple of anti-vehicle mines.
I do. Those ones, a little pricier, and gotta make sure you're on the up and up.
I'm a bounty hunter.
Yeah, I'll sell them to you. It'll be 1,500.
A piece for the... Okay, so... 3,850 or
3,800, I believe.
3,800?
3,850. You'll have 1 remote detonated anti-personnel mine and 2 anti-vehicle mines.
Okay. Let's do some math.
Alright. I'm going to grab... For right now, I'm going to grab at least 10 stim packs that we can distribute.
Okay, that's what? These are 25 piece, 250 credits. He can afford that. Scooz. It's literally though like he's like, that'll be 250 credits. And Scooz like, okay. Takes the backpack off, sets it in, starts digging.
I'm just going to be like, it's going to take him a second.
Put some credits out, digging, picks up arc welder, sets it to the side, digging, some more credits. And after a little while, he's able to pull out 250 credits.
What you're up?
Yeah. So.
You'll have 10 stim packs to divvy up.
Yeah. You guys, I still have stim packs, so you can divvy them up.
I just bought myself up to 10 total, so...
I've got 5 on me.
Well then, I guess me and Scooz will split them because everybody else has, because I don't have any.
So you hand him 5 stim packs?
Yeah, I
he
hand him
drops
5.
them into his backpack and closes it and puts it on.
He's gonna end up stabbing himself with, like, or a syringe full of oil or something, trying to, like, heal himself from wounds.
Reaches into his bag, pulls out a vibro knife, sticks it into his arm, screams in pain. Anything else you guys want to buy or do get ready during this week's time?
Well, I want to take a look at. I forget what's your character's name, Matty G?
Manus.
Manus. Well, I'm gonna go over to Manus, be like, so can I see your blaster? Just wanna.
I'm
hand it
super
over to
fucking
him?
proud of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like-
pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Just do a quick inspection on it, make sure it's. Well, I
Oh,
know
it's gonna fucking explode in my hand.
Yeah.
You would know firearms well enough to know that this is a wow, this thing packs quite a punch for such a small gun, and it's pretty risky to use.
Yeah.
If you are unlucky using this thing, it could really burn your hand.
Yeah. I'm gonna hand it back to him.
Just don't be unlucky.
That's my secret. I'm always lucky.
I'm always lucky. Scooz Ancho's always lucky.
That's my secret.
Should we let your...
Oh, hey.
What?
Oh, I was gonna, hey, Riden, you wanna help me make some mechanics checks on my gun?
If we're allowed to do that.
To do what with it?
To try to is there a way that I can help like mitigate that drawback with a mechanics check?
I'd let him try.
Okay.
It seems like by just the nature of this gun,
yeah.
for it to do what it does, it has to have this inherent risk. But you could certainly have him try something. It might end poorly.
Fair enough. Just don't be unlucky.
That's all it is.
Oh, thanks.
You know what?
Sure. I mean, if he's asking.
He's spending one for you.
Okay.
It's going to be a hard check, but without me spending anything, make one of the purples a
Make
red.
one of the purples a yellow can.
It does. Make one of the purples a red, because I want there to be a chance of despair on this.
If you already have, I would be normally just rolling 3 yellows before he flipped that.
Mm-hmm.
So since he has flipped that, do I just add a green?
You add a green.
Okay.
She
making
has
sure.
another rank of this skill, basically.
3 success, 1 advantage.
All right. We'll say for the sake of that,
That red was trying
the
though.
Oh,
despair is still going to be a thing, but it'll be up to 4 instead of 2 setback for it to damage itself.
Nice. Thanks.
I've done what I can. Unless you
Just
wanna
stabilize that
join.
magnetic
He's like,
field.
unless you
kind of
wanna-
like reinforced and did some helpful welds in the right spots to help make this thing a little more secure.
Unless you want a
The
droid tactics
slag
brain
chamber.
bolted into it. There's nothing else.
I think that
What were
should
you
be
about to ask,
the
Alex?
name of
I was gonna ask
your guys'
if you
next
should-
ship, the slag chamber.
The slag chamber.
If you should do you think you should call I've never been in the military. Do you think you should call your commanding officers and let them know we're going to be here for a week in order to get the information we need, or
Fair enough.
do they just trust
You would think that'd probably be better not to.
Yeah.
You just know that
We don't.
there's some unwanted attention around that system already, and you don't want. The reason they want the Whisper conveyance engine is so that they don't get intercepted. So you think that probably better to not send.
fair enough?
So they'll trust that you'll get it done. So.
ET phone home. Hey, what's that signal?
Track that signal.
Check that.
Blow it up.
Throw it up. It's totally operational.
It's still an operation of a Star Wars RPG game. So you guys are done shopping, done a little downtime, hang out for a little while. Anything else you guys are doing during that time, or are we moving forward to
That's
the day of the
That's
kerfuffle?
kind of everything.
Listen. I can come up with inane bullshit all day long. I can come up with bullshit that we do.
If you want us to continue to perform downtime activities, we can do so.
Hey,
But
it's
it-
the name of the channel.
All right, I'm leaving.
Can I try to force move Scoo's backpack when he's wearing it? So I can try to pick him up.
Go for it.
Yes.
Roll the force.
Don't drop that proton torpedo warhead.
This is a terrible idea. I love it. Closed my dice roller. No. Ha.
One light side.
One light side. You're not able to. You don't have a ton of control of it because this is heavy. There's a lot of. This little dude must have a sturdy back for carrying all this. But he's kind of walking with it on, and all of a sudden he's kind of floating in the air. By the back, what the heck? Hey! He's kind of trying to see who's doing this, and put me down.
I'll kill him.
You see him like trying to reach and grab for his micro rocket launcher.
It's when he reaches for that I take it from him, like, no, because he would have
You would have got right. You would have already replied, said, "Hey, who's holding me up back there? Get him! Why you take my gun?
because I know you. You'll
Are you
shoot.
just holding him out here still?"
Yeah.
He's going to like reach up and slide out of his backpack onto the ground. He's going to turn around with like his hands like ready to fight somebody, and see his backpack floating there. And he just goes,
What's going on?
And now I'm gonna put it down.
Holy shit. My backpack is magical.
And I'm just giggling in the corner because I'm like,
he picks it up from the shit, puts it on with like a proud smile, and he walks over and is like,
I reluctantly.
he tries to, he like takes it from like the barrel basically, and tries to like spin it around, and kind of stumbles, and it falls and hits the ground, and then he picks it up, tucks it in his waistband.
Did I see her doing that? Like did we know?
I think it was probably fairly obvious for everyone that isn't Primitive and Scooz.
I'm just gonna walk over, kind of huddle the group together. He has a proton torpedo warhead, so best to not drop his backpack like that next time.
That could be useful.
Yeah, Scooz will blow us all up.
That's why I had to take his micro pistol away from it.
I just wanted to see the funny man fly.
Real future of the galaxy you got here, Sandra.
Yeah, Sandra.
Maybe let's keep the little green fella on the ground from now on. Maybe. Flopsy.
Any luck with your fancy thing?
Have you had any luck with it?
Oh, the thing. You want to give it a shot?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we'll give it a shot.
2 force die.
3 dark side this time. Too far.
You've been trying a lot with this thing and getting more and more frustrated each step of the way, and now you find yourself having a hard time focusing and even like beginning to make a connection at all.
Is this the same like white egg
That's that
shape
kind of
thing?
weird. Not the egg shape. This is like a sphere of glass that has metal on either end, metal band. Almost looks like a threaded like. I don't know, a seam. That's what I'm looking for, a seam. And it's like gray mist around a yellow light inside of the glass.
I think I just need to meditate with it.
See, Zedra, I don't know anything about all your space wizard bullshit. But I understand partially from conversation we've had in the past that there's like it's like polarity or something. There's like positive and negative or some shit.
Something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And one of these two is more one and the other one's more the other.
Well, you know, all of us have times when
It was kind of a yes or no question.
I understand where you're coming from. Right.
It still didn't. It was a yes or no.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, why don't the two of them try opening it together?
Explosion 2 of them opened it
Together. I'd have to have it on a line.
Simple. They could use a strand of vibro creeper.
The nice thing about using vibro coconuts to make horse noises, though, is they hit themselves together.
Exactly. You just set one on top of the other and sounds like a horse hauling ass.
Can I examine it?
You're holding on to it. Are you asking them?
Yeah. Just be like,
That's a terrible idea.
That's
Will turn and say, I don't see how it could hurt.
That's just the suggestion of a person who has literally no fucking clue
I'll
what's
give
going
one
on.
roll and let she'll do the other.
Yep, you roll a force die, and then she can roll a force die.
One
One
dark
dark
side.
side.
Okay?
One dark side.
One dark side. You guys have your, like, form of force moment, and it doesn't work. It seems like you're frustrated because you've been trying and crowded, and you're just a little bit dark and evil inside. Like, neither of you are able, like, you can see them both, like, holding and focusing, and the mist just kind of swirls again, similar to how it has previously, and kind of, like, becomes a little bit more violent and angry, and then calms back down. And he says,
Well,
"Not a
that
bad
proves me
idea. Not a bad idea, and maybe it'll work in the future. These sorts of things take time."
It's almost like you just have to find time to roll it until you get the right combo.
No.
Riden still just confirming to himself that this is all just Space Wizard bullshit, and he is completely out of his league.
Apparently, no one here is in that league. So you can come.
I mean,
Have you ever
I've seen that league in action.
You have.
Have you ever seen 5 stormtroopers all get gunned down in one round? Because, goddamn, it is a thing of beauty.
That's all I got to offer.
No Space Wizard bullshit over there.
The power of friendship and incredible violence.
The power of friendship and the power of auto fire. So you guys are going to go and set up for this mission. What is your plan? She tells you that it's basically like this industrial landing port area that there's kind of a quiet corner of that this ship is supposed to be meeting her.
I mean, she didn't necessarily give us all that many. The big thing we need to do is keep them from flying off in the ship.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can, I don't think it's a bad idea if people show up if people are with Biala looking like guards. But I don't think the whole group should do that.
That is
I could probably make myself unnoticed somewhere.
Well, the big thing is if we can get, once they land, if we can get somebody on board that ship to take out the pilot and keep them from flying away.
Oh, I can do this.
Wouldn't be the first time that I did a whole mission just posing as an armed guard. It's
There you
just
go.
kind of what I'm good at.
It wouldn't really be our first time either.
So I can try to sneak onto the ship.
We know Skull can remain unnaturally quiet.
Once again, more through sheer luck. Let's be honest,
but it's been like 100%
Every single
of the
time he has
Yeah.
rolled a 1 on stealth, which is horrible.
And I'm willing to flip one of those to give him a better chance. So if a couple of people remain hidden nearby, 1 or 2 people sneak on board the ship, and a couple people are like there as like just really bored, like
onlookers.
We're just security from Miss Kessick. Like, I don't give a shit what's
Nothing
going
to
on.
see
I'm being paid to not give a shit about whatever's going on here. Then that should like kind of keep all of us around.
Okay.
And then we can just
Don't waste them.
visit supreme violence upon
salty
them.
if you get it.
So who's going to be in what roles?
I'll be a sneaky boy.
I'll be a sneaky boy.
Okay.
I'm fine with it being a couple of people.
I'll be armed guard.
Armed guard.
You are the
I think the two like big muscle characters
Don't use
need
your
to be the
lightsaber.
armed guards here.
Use your punchy gloves.
We're the 2 most ruffian looking people.
I can try
Like
and
so-
remain hidden. I don't really have any.
The 3 furry ones are going to be the guards.
I'm fine with trying to remain hidden, but I just don't necessarily have any ranks in stealth. I have decent agility, but
I mean,
You
I
guys
have.
just tell me what you do.
Yeah,
I've got 3 in stealth, so and a rank. So
I actually do have a rank in stealth.
And you would get a boost die.
And I get
You're
a
very
boost, so maybe I should actually.
maybe you should be
stealth.
one of the stealthy ones. And then I guess
Literally, no one here is stealthier than me, so I should really go with the stealth.
are you busting out your?
Yes, I finally get to bust out my stealth suit. You cannot stop me from going on the
I
stealth
think you
mission.
should be one of the guards.
I noticed one of the leaders of this
Do what we
decided
say,
you're one of
kid.
the guards.
Yeah.
what is your you have?
In Flopsy, you will
I
go
got a
on the
rank
stealth
in
mission.
stealth, but I also
Literally,
get a blue
the
die,
least
'cause-
stealthy.
You have
So,
managed
okay,
to remain quiet in the
I'll
past.
flip.
Okay.
Like I'll be
You'll be a guard.
a guard.
Okay. So it'll be Toba and Manus on stealth duty. It's going to be Badger, Flopsy on guard duty. Skull is supposed to be nearby, hidden as well. He's not like infiltrator.
He's
just,
not infiltrator. He's just
just
like when the fighting
hidden
starts,
reinforcements.
step out and start
So
fighting.
one thing, if you can find cover, because when this does break off, I have a talent that I think could work for him in this case.
Okay.
Or a skill. If he's up close, I mean this is more for like the damage if he gets hit. He'll gain a +1 soak to it if he's in cover.
Okay. Oh yeah, you have like if you guys are like moving together, you have like your commander stuff.
Yeah, this is part of my commander tree.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably just try and be with Skull and try and just.
Okay. So you guys will be crouching, B2 hidden Shistavana.
Yeah.
nearby to where you two are being guards. Okay. Sounds like a plan. And then the other two of you are going to kind of be nearby, but probably like opposite side of this, and trying to sneak on board once this all.
As soon as any shot is fired or anybody goes like, "Get out of here" or whatever, just
Go out.
just level it.
Okay.
What do we do with Scooz? Scooz. Are we gonna leave Scooz with Zadra on the ship?
Now, Scooz just needs a specific direction.
Fair enough.
Can Zadra handle that?
Scooz will be guard with me. This way I can keep an eye on him.
So you need me to be an intimidating bodyguard.
Yes.
I've done it before, I'll do it again.
And I'm gonna lean over to Scooz. You wait for my signal, and I will tell you.
Be more thorough than that.
You need to be more thorough than that. That is fair. I will give you a very specific signal.
What is it?
Signal.
I know you say, Scooz, shoot him.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll just kind of give you like a point to you.
No.
nope.
No.
Not thorough enough to say out loud.
I am sitting here saying,
Okay. Wait for. Okay. If this goes loud, I will shout at you to make a big bang. At that point, you use
Not target the ship. We need the cargo intact.
You can target anybody on the ground that's in front of us, but not the ship.
Erickson going full DM. It's like players using Wish in D&D, where it's like, all right, I am in full DM mode of how do I twist your words.
I'm listening very closely. Scooz is listening very closely.
Scoot, I will say your name personally.
You say my name.
I will say Scooz.
I blow up not the ship, but the bad guys.
Yes.
Easy.
Don't blow up the chiss either.
What's the chief?
Do not blow up the blue
lady
person with us.
Blue lady
No
with
blue-
red eyes.
No blow up blue lady.
Can you repeat that back to me so I understand that you understand?
I don't think so.
Do not blow up the blue lady.
Won't do it.
Is the whole rebellion like this? How do you get anything done?
Hey, I gotta say, he can make a. I gotta watch my words. He can make a scene when he needs to, but we have to be very thorough.
I'm starting to believe that.
We need to be very thorough with him. We have discovered this.
I love it. That's what my stealth roll is. And I have an auto one success.
And also one success and one advantage.
Yeah, that's
from
what that's
your
what the blue
augmented
is.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it's not a boost die. It's an auto advantage.
Oh.
You just
right.
automatically have one success,
Just
one
one
advantage
advantage.
before you ever roll
Right.
because you have your.
Sneaky
Sneaky suit.
That's the
In
sneaky
fact-
suit.
In fact, Scooz,
What does it? You should describe to everybody what the
Scooz,
sneaky suit
I'm gonna
looks like
ask
as well.
that you wait behind us.
Well, the most intimidating figure is usually in the back. I assume that's where I would
Yes,
be.
you will be behind us, monitoring the streets. I will shout for you when I need you.
I will be vigilant.
Do not, and I repeat, do not fire your blaster at anything for any circumstances.
You got it.
Is that thorough enough for him?
Yeah, I reckon.
You didn't do a great job.
I got a bad feeling about this.
It's a Star Wars thing to say. I love it. So, Scooz, Badger, and Flopsy are the security detail.
Can you imagine if I tried to make Scooz be stealth with you guys?
I would literally just shoot him in the leg and leave him behind.
This is one of those times where it's like, I am not sure there is a good place to put Scooz on this mission.
Zadra says, I will try and be a bit of Overwatch and use a little baby. He kind of looks to you and Space Wizard bullshit to kind of help make sure things are weighted in our favor.
I'm gonna look at Zadra. If possible, keep an eye on Scooz here, because I don't think I'll be able to watch him if things go loud.
I'll do what I can. Hopefully it won't come to that. All right. So, you guys go to the position, talking with your contact. She's happy to have a couple of you pose as guards. Says, whatever your plan is, just make sure I don't get shot. You guys get into position. After a little bit of time, a ship is going to come and land. I want those who are hiding to go ahead and make me stealth rolls.
Okay. Average, hard.
It'll be average. Just he does not have any ranks.
Oh my god. And then that's plus an extra success.
Plus an extra
advantage.
success.
Oh my god.
So it's 7 success.
Because
Flat.
your threat is outweighed by that. 7 success. Manus puts on the suit and it half blends with the background and stuff. Right? He just disappears.
You want
you
to
have
flip
no
one of
idea.
those for me? I'm just gonna give myself as
Okay.
many chances as
Don't worry about giving one to Skull. He gets 3 successes.
possible. One success, one advantage. It's not Skull, but I'll take it.
He's Skull.
This thing is this lumbering robot that's just stomp, stomp, stomp. It's just all of a sudden it's
Damn, Tofuku is just as...
3 success, 4 advantage.
3 success, 4 advantage. You got all the stealth people
Just blend.
disappear.
Yeah.
You guys are beautifully.
Wait, I didn't get to describe my cool stealth suit.
Oh, describe
Yeah, and now
yourself.
nobody can see it
I
because
know.
nobody.
I just fucking
And you
disappeared.
never will.
Yeah.
You've reached the point of stealth where, in Costigan's own words, you don't get to know where you are. Like every once in a while, you will just be placed on the battle map.
Right.
If somebody manages to spot you. Apart from that, you don't.
And you're there for one round. They make half an attack at you. And then
The only time that character got spotted was by a demon lord who currently had his face stuck in the ground. So he looks over and sees me in the distance, and then I just vanished.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And this ship lands. It seems like a decently armed, kind of medium-sized freighter-esque ship. And it lowers down, and walking out, there's a number of individuals coming out. Seems like mostly humans, Weequay, and Nikto, but a variety of the 3. And a decent-sized group, but one up at the front who is a Nikto, who's kind of got... You can tell he probably fancies himself kind of the captain of this group of pirates. He's got kind of a long, a bit garish cloak on. But the group of them comes forward, and he begins talking with your Chist lady friend.
Do you want to describe your stealth armor?
Oh, yeah.
We just keep interrupting you from doing it.
So anyway,
Yeah. I figured it would be part of the bit. I never get to describe it because as soon as I put it on, I just fucking disappear.
Now, as you can see, no, we can't.
Yes,
we can't.
He actually had a hard time finding it in his drawer.
Yeah.
So it's a pure black ninja suit, basically, a ninja cyborg suit. It looks fucking sick. It has a full black helmet attached to it. And what makes it so cool is that it muffles your footsteps, and when you breathe it just dissipates the noise. So it's kind of the opposite of the normal radio effect of breathing through a mask. It's it dissipates it. So it's just solid black.
They literally
face.
installed a both foot and breath silencer on this suit.
Just specifically so that you're just gone. And it has active camo in it too. So it's once you're activated, it camouflages.
Watch the arm flailing.
That's why all my
Flail up and down.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
You can flail within a very narrow window.
My flailing is part of how I talk, and I am very controlled.
All right, so they move forward. They begin talking to your contact. Those of you who are trying to stealth on board the ship, are you doing that now? I assume?
Seems like a good idea.
I would like both of you to make hard
I would coordinate
stealth,
with you, but we can't find each other.
hard stealth rolls for me.
You're gonna have to just use the... You need one more.
So that's a total of 4 success, 1 threat, 1 triumph.
Okay.
The threat
Success.
is
One advantage.
you stub your toe.
All right. Both of you guys are this conversation is happening. You see dashing across 2 individuals behind and slithering onto this ramp and up onto the ship. You can immediately hear people still on board the ship, but with the triumph, I'll say you immediately are able to kind of get your bearings, and you can tell that if you're trying to get to the cockpit, you saw it from the outside of the ship. It's dead ahead, and there's a door you can tell is almost certainly the one to the cockpit.
Cool. I'll point at it and.
Can they even see you point at it?
Yes, that is inside the ship. You can see each other.
Sure. I'll point at the door dead ahead and just like move towards it.
Okay.
Assuming that you will.
We'll just hear a low grumble.
Did you just hear somebody talking about nerfs?
You need
Must have
to
been the
spice.
We're pirates. What do we have to do with nerfs?
I've never even stole a nerf. So you guys are moving up to that door.
Mm-hmm.
You arrive outside of that door. It's not sealed or anything. It's closed, but not like there's a pad to open it. They don't really have a need to lock the doors in their house. I don't assume anyone's robbing them at the.
Can I like make a notice to hear if there's anybody on the other side?
Give me a perception. It's muffled through the door. Give me a. We'll call it hard perception.
Hard perception.
I'm not doing too.
Oh, 1 success, 3 advantage.
Okay. You want to roll as well?
Rank, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys both listen up to the door.
We're both on either side of it, like.
Oh, that's fine.
You have 1 green or.
There we go. So
That's
you
what
got
I want. You said hard?
hard. 3 perps.
Okay.
3 perp scripts.
3 perp skirts.
1 advantage, 2 failures.
Okay. You don't like bump into the door and make any issues, but you're having a hard time. You can hear conversation, but you can't really pin down how many. You can tell that you don't hear any more than 2 different voices.
Okay. So I'll look at you and I'll like say 2, and I'll point at myself and put 1, and then yeah. Okay.
He's standing there holding them.
All right. And I'll hit the door.
Okay. Door opens, and you can see a Weequay in the like driver's seat, and this and a human next to him, and they seem to be talking. And then he kind of like turns and looks confused, and then you're quick drawing the gun. All right, and I assume you already had your bowcaster out, so I will give you both a free shot.
Okay.
You each get a free action before we'll roll this.
So I get 1, and then it's a short range.
This is short range for
Okay.
sure.
Which is only 2. 1 difficulty.
Is there any possibility of alerting people by shooting? I
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's about to do that too, because you guys are technically.
You're ringing
gonna-
the dinner bell by doing
Yeah,
this,
right.
but you
Oh,
could always close the door and seal it.
And
if you
we're
want to
it's
keep fighting.
and we're going to go loud at some point. Anyway.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is part of the plan.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And because they haven't taken an action in combat, I get a boost die.
Yes.
We just wanted to make sure that they didn't get a chance to fly the ship away.
Right.
So.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be probably accomplished.
Probably accomplished. And roll it. Jesus H. Christ.
Hey, do you get any advantages on
I
that
think I
one?
got a couple of advantages on that one.
Did you get any successes on that?
I got 2 successes.
Okay.
And 6 advantages.
So what's the total damage?
So that is
You
a
said-
total of 10.
10 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Chooch.
And this is, I always forget, this is no difficulty.
1
it's,
damage.
it's a 1 per.
Oh, right,
It's
'cause
by
based off
range.
of
It's based off range, and at
So-
close range, it's going to be a single purple.
You will.
What do we got?
1 success, 4 advantages, 1 trait.
Hey.
And with your gun, it's 12 damage,
Yeah.
but also 2 pierce. So for this guy, it's essentially 14 damage.
Right.
Plus the number of successes you have. So this opens, and this guy kind of like, and then a molten slag ball melts his face in. You shoot into the back of this guy's chair, and he launches forward and splats against the front of the cockpit as this bowcaster blasts through the chair and slams him into it, and he slides down the controls. And then you kind of hear
Which
"Whoa,
direction is the ship facing?
its back is towards you because
Oh,
the
okay.
bridge is
So-
down there.
so
So you
we-
don't see a face go... Because they were on the... Oh, yeah.
The stealth mission was a success.
But you do hear muffled inside of the ship. And you can see like them kind of looking confused behind them. And those on board the ship can hear some kerfuffle beginning.
Well-
At this point, I would like the 2 of you to roll cool. I guess you all are aware that this is happening, so all of you roll cool. They will all roll vigilance. Which is not as good for your robot friend, because he's not very...
It's not as good for me.
1 success, 1 advantage.
My vigilance
Give
is
me-
much better.
So you just roll that.
Hey.
Wait, did you have... Wait. They
It's
have
just a
vigilance?
flat roll.
Oh, cool.
So we're
So
rolling.
everybody's rolling.
Everybody here's rolling the cool because this was part of our
Oh,
plan.
okay, not
You're a
vigilance.
little more flat-footed on this. That's because you're visual.
Yeah. I'm also better at vigilance than I am at cool, but I rolled better than I maybe ever have on Star
cool,
Wars
too.
Initiative.
All right. So who has a bunch?
3 success.
Three
Three
success. 3 success.
One success.
One success, one advantage.
Okay.
Oh, one advantage as well.
1 success, 1 advantage. Okay. So it's and you're just 1 advantage. All right. For sake of this, you will have 3 initiative slots at the beginning and 3 initiative slots at the end, and they're in the middle. So.
I would like to go in the first division.
Use your own influence. So we'll start with you. What are you doing?
We're inside the cockpit.
Yes.
I'm going to close the door.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a maneuver, I guess.
It'd probably be a maneuver if you're wanting to close it.
And then I want to try to. Can I roll like a piloting to like disable the ship?
That'd be mechanics.
Mechanics. How's my mechanics? It's okay.
Not mechanics.
You don't have good mechanics. Okay.
You can just shoot it.
I guess you're not wrong.
If you're
I
wanting to,
roll
like-
poorly.
Intentionally break things in a way that it won't take off. That's mechanics. If you want to shoot it, that might do something.
Yeah, it's all funny until I shoot it and then like one of the left engine explodes and like shoots us off into space. I'll roll mechanics.
Okay. It'll be an average mechanics check.
2 success.
All right.
Can't
you
make this
jack
shit
with
up.
some stuff, and you seem to be well on your way to making this thing at least very annoying to get off the ground in the immediate future.
Fair enough.
Who's going to do the next initiative?
I wouldn't mind taking an early initiative. All these
Okay.
guys are all just
I'll
out
go.
in the open.
Okay.
And I'll go after him.
Okay.
Because you could just wait until someone opens that door.
I will be auto-firing, so what is the most difficult target?
The most difficult is going to be medium range.
Okay.
But these guys do have a rank of defense.
Okay.
The guys that are out in the field here.
That's smart of them.
I'm just glad my stealth.
And I will aim because I don't need to go anywhere. Because we set all this up in advance. Actually, it's...
And there's
Another
like a decent crowd of people in front of you here. But I have a feeling you will thin the herd promptly.
I'm going to attempt to.
So you're auto-firing, which means it's a hard check instead of average.
Yes. So, 4 success, 1 threat, which means because of my various customizations, I will hit 2 targets
Okay.
for 16 damage apiece.
Yeah. So you unload across like a stream of blaster fire, and 2 of these guys go down. What are you doing?
Okay. How close am I to like?
If you're one of the guards, right? You're one of the guards. So you are the closest is close range to you. The furthest is medium range from you.
Make sure you protect our contact.
Yeah.
There is cover nearby where you're at. No one's behind it at the moment because you don't have negotiations ducking behind a box.
It seems suspicious.
It does seem suspicious, but there is cover close if you want to use it.
I'm gonna. So I can do like a maneuver to step in front of our contact to so that way
You
if
can
they-
move there. Yeah.
So I'll step in front of her and I'll take aim at the closest one
All right.
to me.
It'll be a short range hit. They do have a rank of defense, so 1 purple, 1 black.
3 success, 2 advantage,
All right.
So damage plus 3.
Your damage is 8 on yours.
a 9
No,
for the
so-
for the blaster
For
rifle.
the blaster
it's a 9.
program. So that'll be 12 damage. He goes down. Another one goes down. After that, it's them.
Yeah.
There's going to kind of be a scatter and a sudden like trying to pull of weapons, and they are going to try and return fire at you guys. Here, we'll start with those out there. Wait, I have their stats right here. They have that and that, but there's going to be a number coming at both of you. You both have a rank of defense, correct?
Yeah.
So rank of defense. So we'll start the. You guys killed 3. Jesus. So the first one to hit you gets 5 success. But luckily it's you, and you're super tanky. So that's going to be 12 before soak.
12 before soak, so I will take 4.
The next one will miss with some advantage. He'll give his friend a boost. Another hit for 9.
On me?
Mhm.
Still? Okay, I will take 1.
And
Tis but a scratch.
last one's just an advantage. And then there's going to be some coming at you as well. Do you have any shenanigans, or is it just you have a rank of defense? So
Yeah, I have the rank of defense. No, that's pretty much it. I mean, if I was using my plasma shield, I'd have 2 more ranks, but
you're
have
using the blaster rifle right
so.
now, so you don't have the plasma shield active. So one will hit you for 10.
Ooh.
One will miss, and the second will also miss.
So,
Or the third, excuse me.
So for 10.
For 10. One hit for 10.
So that's 8 wounds.
You have more than 2 soak. What's your soak?
2, because that's with the armor.
Well,
What's
you
your
also
brawn?
do your brawn.
Oh, my brawn?
Your brawn is added to soak as well.
Oh, well then that's a 6 then.
You have 2 brawn and then 2 soak. Okay. Yeah. So 4 movement. Cool. And that's them inside, or them outside. Inside, did you seal the door or you just closed it?
I
Okay.
closed it. I mean, if I had time to seal it, I guess
I'd
I
say
would.
use maneuver.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Luckily, they know the passcode, so that
Well,
might make it
makes
easier
sense.
for them. You hear somebody fiddling with something outside, and then the door opens, but it seems like he didn't realize it was going to open right away. So he's still kind of just sitting there looking at the pad, and then opens, and there's a guy there. He kind of quickly reaches and grabs for a blaster, but then another guy's going to come around and he's going to take a shot at Toba. Toba will be this against that, and this, and there. 1 advantage. So he kind of blasts in there and it goes wide and misses you. After that, it'll be the 3 initiative slots at the end, so those of you guys who haven't acted yet.
So Skull,
Right.
you, and Square.
Scooz is technically in this fight as well.
He's the
isn't
third
he?
of those initiative
But I have
slots.
not given him the command, so he's not doing anything.
Wait, what about Skull?
That's 7.
Oh, I missed one. Skull will be in this bottom initiative slot
Okay,
too.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I just was like,
It's a big group.
you're fine.
Lots
No,
of NPCs.
you're totally fine. I was not counting Scooz, so then I was counting Skull, and so when you're
That's
like,
that's what
Scooz,
I was doing as well.
Wait, anyway,
Scooz,
Well, I'll
Scooz
go.
is still waiting for my command, so he won't do
you got
anything.
2 dudes. 2.
He listens. Just you have to be thorough.
I wish.
Fire.
Alright.
Close range.
Fire and a miss.
No.
You should probably throw that on there because that'd be super.
That's not. I mean, that's not.
That's not
Amazing.
It's not amazing, but I mean,
Your base damage is 12.
technically,
One success, 3
14.
advantages.
yeah, it's
No
technically-
success advantage. That's enough. You kill him. Were you shooting the guy who was stumbling to grab his blaster, or the guy that shot at you?
3 guys shot.
Okay, you blast and kill him. He flies back as the bowcaster smashes into him.
Oh yeah, he did.
Cool.
Oh yeah, he did. Right?
Super dead. Who's gonna go next? Flopsy?
Flopsy.
You do your thing.
You gonna punch someone?
You can get to an engaged range with one of these guys. What are you punching with?
I was told not to bring my lightsaber, so I'm punching with my brass knuckle.
Probably a smart move.
Go ahead
Jesus
and give a brawl check.
H.
It'll be
Christ.
against 2 purples and 1 black.
Remember, the brawn is technically
5.
5 right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the armor.
I am very aware.
This guy is also about to be very aware.
2 perps.
2 purps and a black because of the rank of ranged and melee defense.
1 success, 1 advantage. This guy got very lucky.
2 plus what? Your bronze 5.
5.
7, I believe.
7.
It's just plus 1 from the brass knuckles.
Yeah.
I think
Ooh.
he's gonna survive.
But doesn't her force, punches give...
Oh yeah, you get to roll.
Breach.
What does it give? What does it give specifically?
Sorry, where was it? It gives...
I know she gets to roll force die with her melee checks, and it
Yes.
can be used for additional stuff. I don't know.
Force die
Force die with brawl
plus.
Oh, so you can add it here, but there's the other thing.
Plus 2 wound. Stuff.
Okay, well you can add a force die to it. So let's just roll a force die real quick. Roll. 1 light side, so she can add plus 1 to that.
You weren't supposed to roll.
Let me add 4. This is Sapith Sundering.
Yeah.
Range branch. So you already have improved precision strike. May suffer 2 strain to change the result. That's the critical injury stuff. And 4 small checks. The attack gains the Sunder quality, and a character may spend force generated to count as a bonus, whatever it's called. Advantage.
Okay.
So you have an additional
So an
advantage.
disadvantage. But
He's
it's
gonna
the
survive
Sunder
this.
quality. That's the
Sunder is like breaking stuff that doesn't.
Yeah, sorry, I thought it was Pierce. Okay, sorry. Anyway.
That is Ackley's Scything Strike. I don't
Yeah.
think you've gotten that one yet, which is brawl attacks gain Pierce equal to force rating.
Gross. You need to get that. That sounds awesome. Okay. Then that's, I mean,
So
get a swing.
you punch, it shatters something, and the guy lets out a wheezing scream, but he is still alive. Scooz, who was facing the wrong direction, staring at the road, watching your guys' back, and is going to kind of like look over, and he's just going to turn around, and he's going to stand there.
Yeah, I knew. I told you he wasn't going to do anything.
Then you guys see a like kind of crate nearby slide across the ground. It's about like a weight, like a mid chest high.
It's a chest high wall.
That slides across the ground and in between, kind of cutting off in between. You're still up close to them because he's not able to do this to give you cover, but it slides across in front of the two of you fighting from range.
It's third person. It's a piece of cover from a third person shooter. It's a chest high wall.
And your robot friend is going to fire, and he hits one of them for 9, which is just enough. So he fires and he kills one of the ones that are close by too. And from there we'll go back to the top of the initiative. You guys just going to keep the same order, then
I guess so. I'll blast the guy that was
the other guy at the door. Okay.
Because, defenseless people, pirates. They're pirates. It's fine.
Yeah, they're villains. Look, not like you heroes.
2 success, 3 advantage, so 10 damage total.
10 is enough. Blasts and kills him.
Cool.
Did you roll it? Oh, you gotta remember the rank of defense.
Oh.
I'm not gonna make you re-roll it because I've forgotten your rank of defense countless times. But remember,
I didn't realize they all had ranks of defense.
Oh no! So yeah, yes they do. Just not the two. Literally, just not the two that you killed at the beginning. The pilots weren't wearing the full armor.
Gotcha.
You shoot and kill him.
Yep.
Next up is Riden, I believe.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay.
Where do I want to?
Don't forget their points of defense.
Actually, instead of aiming, I'm going to. Is that piece of cover right in front of us, or if I moved up to it, would it change the range band at all? Or is it essentially where we are?
It's essentially where you are.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I'm just doing the same thing.
Oh, that's right. I forgot on my if I reduce a range die.
That's for long.
Oh, is it only
extreme.
for long?
That's long.
1
extreme
failure,
Dang.
2 advantages, 1 triumph. That's
That's
a
the wrong
player's
book.
handbook. That doesn't do anything.
So you miss, but you have
Spectacular.
some advantage and a triumph.
The big thing is, probably going to be that triumph.
Yeah. Spending your triumph.
There we go. Technically, I can. So the guy I'm shooting at falls over.
Okay.
That's a classic.
You blast another line of auto fire through here, and the guy kind of one of the guys hits the deck as this goes down.
And Badger can upgrade his next check. So the next check you make, one of the greens will go to a yellow.
Oh, awesome! And you can go ahead and shoot.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take a shot at. How many are left out there?
Oh no, I wasn't next. That's
You're
right.
the second.
I mean, you might have been. There's,
I'm in the first and the second. Yeah.
How many are left out there?
after
generating advantages is
he
next.
one fell but didn't die. There's 6 left.
6 left. Okay. All right. I'm gonna use this. But I don't know if this will be a maneuver, but I'm gonna shout behind me, "Scooz! Time to make a bang!"
Okay.
So now he's cued.
He just fires a missile into the air.
I shout that, and then I take a shot at the guy who's on the ground.
Okay.
So, medium or close?
The guy on the ground will be close.
2 success, 2 advantage, and a triumph.
He did. If you want to spend it, you can spend it.
You Scooz an upgrade.
Yeah, I'll
You're
use.
gonna boost him up.
I'm gonna boost him up.
Boosty boost for the Scoosy Scoos.
That could be disastrous, but I'm excited to see what happens.
And then it will be the middle initiative, so these guys are going to take some shots back at you with newfound cover.
Yeah, they've got 2 black tapey now.
Yeah, same here.
First one against you, I think, is only an 8, which I don't think does anything to you.
That's 8 damage?
8 damage.
Soak it.
Okay. Freaking upgraded Mandalorian armor, man. Another one at you is just 1 failure, and the last one is 2 success, 2 advantage. So that will instead be 9. And he'll boost his buddy.
So you're saying I take 1?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And 1 more hit is going to actually hit you, and it's going to be for 8.
So that's 4.
So they all unload on you guys. Only 1 each really hits for any semblance of anything. And on board the ship, you guys, those of you in the cockpit, see a large-looking man who is kind of rounds out the corner of one of these things. He is holding what looks like a vibro cleaver and has like a cooking apron.
It was either going to be the chef or the mechanic.
And he kind of glares, and he's gonna charge forward towards you guys. He was gonna be within. He's gonna be able to get within short range, but not close enough to hit you yet. So he'll have a round before he's able to get. Actually, no. He'll use his action to get another maneuver. So he's gonna be engaged. He's gonna get up next to you guys.
Bad move.
But he has an attack. And from there, it will be the second round of initiatives from your guys'.
Oh, so. Ending now is me. I'll just move throughout the ship.
Well, there's a guy in
There's
the
a guy
cockpit
in front
with
of
you
you.
guys.
Oh, I thought he killed him.
No.
He's going to. He wants to, unless you do first.
Okay.
He is in engaged range with you two, so it'll be an average difficulty shot instead of an easy.
Okay.
Because he's right up in your face with a vibro cleaver.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll shoot him.
Okay. Roll him. It'll be average.
So 1 more.
He does not get a rank of defense because he is in a ship.
I'm just
Not
saying,
armor
tell
ship.
me
Ship
everything
it
you
down.
want.
3 advantages.
Okay. You want to like boost up your friend?
No, yeah.
Who's next?
Flopsy.
Flopsy.
Ooh, boy.
You want to punch the guy that you didn't finish?
Yeah. Punch.
Oh, defense.
Just Girl, by the way, is just kind of like has ducked down behind the cover.
There.
It seems to be sitting there, somewhat bored, looking, just kind of like, kind of waiting for the bloodshed to come.
This is more what we expect from Flopsy. Actually, that wasn't even the right roll, but
You didn't even give yourself yellows.
Yeah.
But you don't need them.
5 success.
The same guy was like, and you look, and you just like send him to the moon. You punch him dead. You punch him dead with this.
She punches him and he
gnarly
explodes.
crack. He is super dead. From there, it will be
Skull.
Skull who will take his shots, which he has.
We got the Omega jump on these guys.
Oh well, this will all determine.
He actually misses, but he's going to give a boost to Red.
Makes sense.
And
Our lovely friend Scooz.
Scooz will go. Scooz comes walking up and ducks behind the cover, and it's back to the top of the initiative folder.
Of course.
Well, I really feel like we're working against the clock here, fellas. Let's try and get this combat wrapped up as soon as we can.
Alright,
back
I'm
to
top
you.
of the initiative order.
Okay.
This man has the unfortunate idea of being engaged with me. He's gonna get the lightsaber.
Okay.
So that's
Get the lightsaber.
oh, let's see, where's my lightsaber? I have
Remember, no lightsabers, Manny says.
Not
5
out in
minutes.
the open.
5 minutes later, he's
I'm-
just swinging a
I'm
lightsaber.
in a tiny little cockpit with a crazy man with a knife. This is different than standing out on the platform waving around my lightsaber.
You're not allowed to use your lightsaber, but I can do whatever I want.
That's right. I can do whatever I want.
Because man is the
Jesus
edgy one.
Did you see that in the cockpit? It's a floating lightsaber. Can Jedi turn invisible?
After all that talk, it's just 5 advantages.
You draw this out and swing it and miss. What's your 5 advantage? What do you
5 advantages. This guy falls prone.
Okay.
What do you do with
Did
the other
you-
2 advantages?
I give him a boost.
That's true. You do have a boost.
I did give you a boost.
It's two.
Well,
No,
hang on.
yeah,
Let me
just roll the
boost.
boost by itself.
Let me roll
and
a
see
boost.
if
I
it's a
get a
success.
It's a success. Yeah.
So what is the total damage then? You have a million advantage, but it's one success.
It's
What's
one
your lightsaber's
success.
damage?
Lightsaber.
Is it 6? I believe it's 6 for yours.
6.
It's a Shoto.
But
So
it
it's
has
7,
no...
but you have Pierce, so he doesn't get to use his soak. So 7 is I don't know if 7's enough for this
Oh, it's pretty
meaty boy. It is not enough.
You
So it
can-
slashes across this guy and gives him a gnarly wound. You want to crit him?
Oh, I can. I can crit the fuck out of
You
him.
can crit him and knock him over, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you got enough.
Yeah, my crit is a 3. So.
Roll a percentile for me.
Rolling a percentile. Come on. 31. So it's like barely anything.
But it might add like
Oh,
maybe
wait.
dice or something.
Do I get like
You'd
vicious?
have to have
and-
vicious. I don't think yours has vicious. You don't have a mean lightsaber like that one individual you fought before. That
Yeah.
a mean lightsaber. 31, you said?
Yeah.
Staggered until end of turn, which will make it harder for him to do stuff.
Cool.
Nice.
He's also prone.
And also and with that, it'll be next person in that start initiative, right?
Yep. So I'm doing the same attack,
Okay.
just this time with a boost.
Nice.
I like as soon as
That's-
I'm like,
that's-
this crazy guy with the knife's after me, I'll hit him with my lightsaber. Oh, you fucking
You can use your lightsaber.
I can do whatever I want.
And
That's
you get
just
dice for
after various bonuses. That's just a flat nothing.
Oh, it is a fire and a miss.
It's gotta happen, everybody.
Okay, so if I were to
Happens
do
like
auto
this.
fire,
Yeah, it is going to be one more purple.
one more purple.
And you have to make the attack against
The hardest.
like the hardest target. You have
So
available.
the furthest is still currently medium.
So it'd be a
So
hard.
it'd be 3 purple. Actually, no, because you're going to be doing auto fire with your carbine that you have your like DMR package on. You get to reduce the difficulty to still only be 2.
Nice. So
I know that's from long to medium. That doesn't work that way. No, sorry, it's still 3.
Yeah, you're not increasing the range.
Yes, you're not doing it,
increasing
then nah, I'll just
fire.
I'll just fire at
precisely.
somebody.
Okay. It's like, but now it's 3, so you get through this. No, that's not how that works.
Yeah. 3 success.
3 success. All right, you blast and kill one. I think there is
4 left.
4, 3. There were
3 because she just killed one.
murderized one.
So
I
there's
think
3 more. Scooz
3.
is gonna we're gonna kill them all, and Scooz is gonna fire like just last minute.
blow up nothing.
Blow a bunch of bodies.
That's
That'll be
the
super
top 3. Then
gross.
these guys. So the 3 remaining. One is going to shoot at Flopsy.
Oh shit.
No.
Do you have any
sorry,
rings
so-
of defense? You have one.
She
right?
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A failure and a threat.
I should have before I shot
Seems obvious.
used a stim pack. I didn't think about that.
Another setback.
Hopefully, you
Oh,
survive this round.
hopefully.
Because I've done that a bunch where it's like, you know what, I
Another
really should use
purple
this impact that
against you.
round. And I just go, hopefully I survive to the next one.
Hopefully.
You don't worry about it. Eight again. You get missed and you have 2 threat to spend if you'd like to.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
They'll,
I think the big thing is just
Black
giving
die.
them,
Black die.
yeah.
black die
so
on the next one. They don't get a next one. Who are you kidding?
Yeah.
And Scooz will continue to be in cover behind this box and kind of like look up at you and shrug and just look kind of defeated and hide behind this box.
Scooz, what the hell?
You said under no circumstances fire my blaster.
No, I said don't fire it out there.
You gotta be clear with your direction tonight. Top of the initiative.
No,
no,
because
Flopsy-
they're still there. Flopsy and
Flopsy, Skull, and Tobaku all have
Tobaku
turns.
doesn't get a turn.
What is the guy laying on the floor in the
sorry,
cockpit do?
you I got all turned around.
You missed half the initiative.
I just got so excited for Scooz to be an idiot. This meaty boy on the ground is going to attempt to chop. He's going to have extra dice on that because of both his injury and being prone.
I was
he's
too
gonna swing at you, and it's just 1 failure. So you kind of slash, and he kind of falls over, and he takes this cleaver, and he tries to like sweep your legs out from under you, but you jump over the top of it.
Nice.
And then
now
Scooz
we're
does
back
his
in.
thing. Then what is Flopsy doing?
Is there anyone next to me?
You can
Anyone
get
with
you can
punching
get to
range.
engaged range with one. You'll have to use your maneuver to move up to them, but then you could punch them.
Okay.
I will do so.
Oh.
And they have defense.
Yeah, 1 rank defense. Don't forget your force die.
Oh, thank you.
Force to the force.
Alright, so that is 2
Jesus.
success and 6 advantage.
Oh my
So that's a total
It went
of...
light side.
Well, the light side's advantage, yeah.
2
So-
plus 1 for that. Plus, you said how many? Or how? Oh no, your response 5, so it's 8,
6.
which is just enough that he survives.
But you can
Just
crit
enough
the
that he
fuck out of him
survives.
and knock him prone. So,
Go and roll percentage.
Would you like to spend strain to just pick what it is?
Well, you just
you
adjust
upgrade
it,
it. Oh, I see.
like a little bit up or down.
Right.
You still have to roll.
I don't think she does. She has a special ability
Yeah, it's
that
her
she can
special
just
ability.
spin strain to choose a moderate injury
Yeah.
and give it to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's one of
why
her
it's
class ones.
so good. Where's the injury table? Pick
You
one
punch,
that's
you
super
punch him,
embarrassing.
you punch him in the balls.
The best is probably compromised.
Alright, give him compromise.
It's just got a plus purple until end of encounter on everything.
Yeah.
So you punch this guy in the gut, he flies back, lands flat on his back, and he will be compromised until the end of this.
That's 2 strain?
I believe it's 2 strain for that ability. We can double check later. I don't think it's going to matter.
Moderate, yeah.
It's any moderate because she got both those upgrades. So, this guy wheezing on the with his one remaining wound threshold and compromised injury where you've shattered his rib cage.
Brutal.
What are you doing, Toboku?
Shoot that guy that's on the ground.
Okay. kind of this vibro guy on the ground. Go ahead and roll.
The vibro cleaver.
So he's still at engaged range, so it is
Yeah, it'll still be 2 purple.
It's still 2.
It's 2 purple there, sorry. But he doesn't have any ranks of defense.
2
Well,
successes,
yeah,
2
no.
advantages.
With each success is 16 basically against this guy. That is enough to finish the job. As this guy swings this big cleaver and you jump over it and blast this big bolt of energy into him. He dead.
He did.
Azadra doesn't have a gun and isn't going to draw his lightsaber here. And can't really use the force in a way that's not obvious. So I think he's just going to... I mean, he already used the force to move cover into your guys' way.
Yeah.
I think he's just going to skip a turn here.
what's Skull doing?
Skull is firing. And maybe hitting?
He's got essentially 2 targets.
He fires. He shoots and kills one of them
There you go.
with his Lore's
There's
blaster.
one man standing.
And the last man standing back to the top of the initiative order, I assume.
It's
on
just-
board
it's
is
just
his-
it's just
Riden,
one
can
guy,
you just
so
finish
I'm
this?
not
I'll
going to
just,
bother.
And I'll extinguish my lightsaber, so it's...
I'm not going to bother auto-firing on this one poor man.
All right.
I'll just...
You don't want to hit him
Chap.
twice for $1 million damage?
I'll just aim and shoot at him.
Okay.
That's 14 damage.
That's enough. He dead. Last guy goes down.
I suppose somebody coup de grace the man with 1 hit point laying on the ground.
I'm sure Fopsy, do you want to
Flopsy
finish
can
this
just
guy
finish
up?
him.
Yeah.
He'll take the next initiative slot. Go ahead and just roll me. Don't roll it. You come over and curb stomp his ass. He's dead. We don't need to roll it.
How many wounds does a stim pack get rid of?
5.
Unless
Imagine
you
taking
use-
wounds.
What?
Imagine.
If you fought, what, 3 guys, really? They fought 10.
I'm just being,
All right,
I'm being
no.
pedantic.
Yes.
Can I also roll like a medicine check on myself? for
It's
that?
much harder to do on yourself. But you can.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay, it's a hard check. Or how many wounds do you have? Or
I have 5 left.
You have 5 left, so you're missing more than half.
Yeah.
I believe it's a daunting check.
Well, actually, no.
No, he used
because
his-
I have
yeah,
11.
'cause he used his
I have
stim
11.
pack.
Use a stim pack. Okay, then it's just a hard check. Because it's an easy check normally if you're over half, but it's 2 harder if you're doing a medicine check.
2 success, 4 threat.
So you'll just get 2 success. I think technically with the threat you can like lose some strain, but you're going to get that back anyways. Combat's over.
That'll be fine. I'm at a manageable one.
Technically, after an encounter is over, you guys can roll dice to recover strain. For those of you who spent it, for the sake of this is going to be probably the last fight you have for the day, and you get all of it back after resting. So we won't worry about that at the moment. But
For future stuff.
for future knowledge, also for future knowledge, digging through this, something that we don't use that I remembered earlier today by looking through some of these rules, is you can give yourself 1 extra maneuver by taking 2 strain.
Oh.
If you wanted to like
Move and
aim
aim.
and move.
Yeah, okay.
You can only do that once per turn. You can't like keep suffering strain for extra for a ton of maneuvers.
Fucking knock yourself
But
out.
it is just 2 strain for 1 maneuver if you want.
I run from here to Timbuktu and fall unconscious. But at least I'm safe.
But at least I'm in Timbuktu.
We call that the Dav Malior special.
He'd trip and fall. So, with that, after a moment of quiet, your Chiss friend will stand up, kind of brush herself off, and be like, "You seem to have made short work of that."
Yeah, it's sort of familiar, honestly. Me shooting at people, you hiding behind a barricade.
She's nice. And when the shooting happens, especially when you're involved, I think behind the barricades where I'd like to stay.
Fair enough. It's worked pretty well for you a couple times now.
I have a shuttle nearby. I'll need all your help moving the Erodium to it. I have some explosives on board it that can be used to make this ship disappear.
I think we have somebody who can take care of that.
Well, we might as well use her explosives, but we can let Scooz set the charges.
Yeah.
Since he's all pissy about not shooting in the combat.
Look, you said under no circumstances was he to fire his blast.
I was too thorough with Scooz.
He's following orders. Alright?
You know what? You know what? It's a good thing I said that, alright? Because knowing Scooz, he would have messed up and hit the ship, okay?
And if the heavies will kind of help move this, go on board, get this shipment, and then you look inside, like, Erodium is it's like a precious metal. It's similar looking to gold, but more valuable than gold. And you guys unload a pretty hefty amount of it, and over nearby she has this shuttle, and if you help her load up, she'll give some explosive charges to Scooz, who will start getting those set up on the ship, while she will talk to you, to those of you who aren't the heavies moving stuff, be like, so, what is it more specifically you're needing to know?
Are there any laneways into...
Yeah, any way in or out would be helpful. Any reliable way of getting past blockades, remaining hidden from them, or even rumored ways.
Well known in her case.
The Redoubt is well known for how little is known about it, apart from those in the Chiss ascendancy with some claim to... It's not very well circulated information even amongst the Chiss. There are ways to go in that are not monitored, but that is almost as much of a suicide mission as storming one of the blockades. The proximity of the stars and other nebulous bodies in the Redoubt are what makes it so famous, and that is because astrogating through it is a death sentence if you aren't taking those main ways that have been found. Though there are those rumored to have been able to do so without taking these more main ways that are watched. While I can't help navigating that, I've not been inside the Redoubt itself myself. I assume you're seeking something inside of here. Do you know where you're going?
Not exactly. I assume it's someplace with... We're looking for a temple, I think. And one of the few things we have to go off of is the...
Something with a key.
Remains of a beached leviathan.
I don't know very much about the worlds inside the Redoubt. But what I can tell you is where to find that information. And I can offer a little more help than just that. The planet of Scylla is the capital of the Chiss Ascendancy. It is an icy world, and beneath a frozen body of water is a old, regularly updated library. The Chiss call it the Expeditionary Library. It is nearby to their capital city, but as I said, under the ice. There's other accesses to it, of course. You have to crack the ice to get inside of it. I have spent some time in this library in the past doing work, and could give you some codes that I think could get you through otherwise fairly hard to bypass doors into this place. Fair warning, the Chiss, my people, are very thorough and very untrusting of technology, specifically on our home world. Scylla is a frozen world, and technology tends to have issues regularly. So this library is very traditionally a library all the documents are paper documents stored
Books.
inside.
Book. We didn't play Star Wars to break into a library filled with books.
Where are the datapads?
I just have the image in my head now of Riden sitting in a traditional library with a book, and he's just cross-eyed and just like.
So don't expect the database to look up the information. You're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, and unless you can convince somebody to help you, that may take some work to find specifically what you're looking for. But any expeditionary data that they have would be in this library.
So if there is any possibility of finding an unsecured route, that library would have it.
Likely. And it will almost certainly have a description of most of the worlds and their moons inside of the Redoubt that the Chiss have studied. And if they found any temples or any of the like, it would be recorded there.
So what you're saying is we need to go to the library.
Erickson went, this is what my character would have done, just go to a library and immerse himself in knowledge to find everything. How can I make all my players do this?
The characters I would play would either choose to go do that or be Scooz.
Sergio Juan Julio.
Exactly.
Is
Sergio Juan Julio would like the word. I tend towards extremes. Anyway.
Alright, well that's our
That's
heading.
our next location.
I think it'll be a bit of a stealth mission, bit of a coercion mission, bit of a
Well, it's
research venture.
I mean, it sounds like we might be able to get in with the codes. It's just like, are we going to be able to spend the time there that we need?
I think we get in quietly enough to have the time you need. Seems like the next step of your mission is some preparation and then off to Chiss space, off to their homeworld, which is not in the Redoubt, and off to the Expeditionary Library to find where you're going next and how you're going to get there. Thank you everybody for watching. That's going to be the end of this one, and we will see you in the next episode of our Star Wars campaign.